Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a Marshalltown Bobcats esports match. Today, we have the Bobcats facing off against Waterloo East. Today, we have for the Bobcats starting lineup Jaden Tran as Bombastic Legend. We have Alex Hernandez Miranda. We also have Alexander Cadena, Christopher Ronald Ramirez, and of course, the Bobcats Rocky League starting captain is Peyton Stanton. And today, the Bobcats are looking in to start up today's matchup after hopefully coming back and bouncing back from last week's matchup against uh, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. So today, they face Waterloo East, jumping in today as we get stuff going and started. So just give us a moment as everything kind of gets going. All right, starting a bit late. Apologies about that, as we had a bit of technical issues starting in, but the Marshalltown Bobcats ended up losing game 1 4-1. So again, apologies about that. Today's for Bobcat starting lineup, we have Bombastic Legend as Jaden Tran. Let me double check here. Apologies again about that. So gotta do some adjustments and settings on here. All right, so we're starting out with Jaden Tran as Bombastic Legend. I like Ticity as Peyton Stanton, and it looks like we are swapping out some characters here really quick. So as the Bobcats are getting ready, they're loading in here, making sure everything's kind of getting set up and started. Making some quick adjustments here for the Bobcats as the team is getting ready to load in and start up. But we will again be on another quick break. Again, I super apologize about the initial issues that started out, but we will go ahead and just take a quick moment here as everything kind of gets situated. All right. Apologies about that again. Looks like Epic Games Studios is having some server issues, which was not allowing me to log in, as well as some of the other um, players. So as we go into today's matchup, again, the Bobcats are down just one goal or one match so far, as they do some substitutions, having taken out Alex Brand and bringing in Alex Denna. So we're jumping in. We're watching Payne at the moment as we jump into his live cam to see how he's doing. Bastic Legend trying to make a move up in the air. Payton bouncing it back out towards Waterloo East. Waiting for his teammates to see if anybody is making a chance or an opportunity to score a goal, but no one was there. Payton coming back up to try and challenge the ball. Alex bouncing the ball back out of the goal. Jaden trying to get the ball out of there, but was not able to, unfortunately. And that goes 1 goal to Waterloo East as they move up, score 1-0. So we will jump in here again under Payton to see how he does as they end up starting back out in the center of the goal, center of the field. Oh, nice job there by Payne. Looks like he's able to score a goal with no boost, kind of bouncing around from everybody. But great job there, at least trying to score a goal. Took it down from the field. So we will start out the match 1-1, as that is Waterloo East's player. Jaden. Barely out of the reach there, as Waterloo East ends up scoring another goal, bringing the match to 2-1 as Waterloo Trojans end up leading. So let's see if the Bucks can rally back again together and try to score another goal. Try to even up the match. Looks like the Bobcats had 2 players there just kind of sitting in behind the goal, ready to shoot at any moment's notice, but not being able to, as Waterloo East ends up blocking the goal. Trying to move the ball back down the field. As we will jump on to Jaden, Bombastic Legend. And now back to Payton as he tries to move the ball up forward and try to contest it. Ball keeps being moved up, pushed up forward, as they don't have enough players to come back and try to push it again more towards the goal, but ends up being blocked. Payton got bumped there as Waterloo East ends up scoring a 3rd goal. Alex was almost there, able to block the goal, but just not there in time. Oh, unfortunate shot there. Open goal from the Bobcats, which allowed Waterloo East just end up going in and scoring. So again, starting out from the center of the field, I'm going to see if the Bobcats are able to make something here. Payne going up in the air. Oh, super close there by Payne, almost scoring a goal. Jaden trying to keep the ball on their half of the field. Jaden decides to carry it upwards. Trying to see if he can do something out of it. Oh, kind of a double commit there. Alex being able to get the ball out of there. Payne ends up getting destroyed as they try to keep the ball moving forward. Alex, again, trying to keep that ball on their half of the field, or at least try to see if they can do something out of it. Jaden trying to run back. Alex getting the ball back on their half as Payton gets demolished again. And that will be match 2 going out to Waterloo East. As we move on to the next game here. All right, the Bobcats end up doing another substitution as they sub out Alex and put in Christopher Ramirez on there. As we jump back into today's match, match 3. So the Bobcats need a win here to end up keeping the match alive. Otherwise, it will end up being GG's. As we watch Basilic Legend trying to take the ball into Waterloo East's field. We have Chris on the follow cam. Chris getting out of the way for Jaden to move up. Peyton kind of following up, taking a shot towards the goal, and it being blocked as Chris is sitting there waiting to get the ball back, but ends up getting demolished as we jump on to Jaden to see if he can get the ball out of there. Ends up clearing the ball out and sending it back down to Waterloo's field. Peyton right there sitting in the open and just scoring a goal for the Bobcats. So as the Bobcats move up 1-0 against Waterloo. So Great job there by Jaden, kind of bouncing the ball off and getting it there for his teammate to be open in the center. As they end up trying to do some adjustments here during that quick break of substitution. Payton bouncing the ball up forward. Chris coming back in. As it looks like the Bobcats are moving a little more fluidly together. Being in the center, missing that. Seeing if Chris can get it, but Chris ends up missing. So it looks like Jaden trying to get the ball back onto Waterloo's playing field. Trying to cross it back down towards his teammate, but it looks like Waterloo is on top of that and being able to sniff that out and block it. Chris coming back to end up getting the ball back on Waterloo's side as he's waiting patiently to see if he can deflect it. Jaden sitting back there, swapping spaces. Nice job there, kind of bouncing the ball up forward. Payton sitting in the back. Oh, ends up being unfortunate and just barely missing. There's a bit of an unfortunate there mistake, but just means that matchup is now back to 0-0 as they go in 1-1 into the match tied up. Waterloo East trying to take the ball towards Marshalltown side of the court, trying to score as Chris tries to get the ball up in the air. Nice job there, kind of bouncing the ball away from the Waterloo East players. Jaden blocking that. Oh, a bit of a slight mix-up there by the Bobcats and letting the ball slide through there. So the Bobcats are now down 1 goal. Still plenty of time to catch up and be able to tie up the match and bring it at least into an overtime. Jaden kind of goes up to try to get the ball out of there. Ends up missing, but Waterloo East ends up missing as well as Chris ends up coming in and trying to get the ball back into Waterloo East's playing field. Jaden flying up in the air, juggling the ball as he's trying to get in to the goal, or at least pass it to one of his teammates. Payton sitting there in the open, ends up hitting off the top post. As everyone's trying to scramble and get some boost, Payton's trying to block, trying to defend the goal. Waterloo's taking the ball back, trying to get some boost as well. Payton. Nice shot there by Chris, but Waterloo was just on top of that, sitting there. Another shot back. And then we got Bombastic Legend trying to make a move, go up there. Chris sitting there. Not being able to get there on time, but we have Payton kind of coming back. Nice job by Bombastic Legend getting that ball out of there. But Jaden kind of putting the ball up a little bit more forward. Bobcats almost having to score a goal there and tie up the match. 30 seconds remaining. Hopefully the Bobcats are able to do something, make a move here to keep their chances alive here, to at least do something to the game and keep it going. Payton getting the ball back. Ooh. unfortunate match they're ending there for the Bobcats, as they ended up trying to group up together and trying to do actually a lot better during that matchup than against the past few ones. So a bit of a scramble there for the Bobcats, and ended up trying to come back. A few little slight mistakes there, but not too worries there. Quick matchup there with the Bobcats and Waterloo East, but a bit of a technical issues as Epic Game Server ended up having some issues. But thank you again, everybody, for joining in and tuning in. Again, despite the technical issues that we were having. But tune in again for next week's matchup, as Tuesday ends up being Overwatch Day. And then Rocket League will come back at it again on Thursday, same time as always, 4 o'clock. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day.